I think coming to university has been quite a sort of, where I grew up and where I came from originally, like school and stuff, it was quite a conservative area, and it was a small town, so it was a very sort of, you come from that bubble, and like everyone's sort of has the same view and everything. So it was quite a Tory area, and coming to university, I found that really fascinating. I mean, personally, I'm quite left. Like I voted Green in the European elections, and it's something that now I'm at university and I'm not in that sort of bubble anymore. I can be more politically active, and it makes more of a difference. Whereas if I did that at home, I would feel like I would just go under the radar and get noticed at all. What about you guys?
I would say I'm definitely central left, probably. I think it's that even people who identify as saying I am a right-wing middle class, whatever stereotype you want to say, even they probably agree with the left-wing stuff as much as left-wing people do, and vice versa. It's not as clear of a cut in the middle as I think we think it is. I think there's a lot more crossover.
Yeah, I think personally, I don't think I have like a really strong like political identity. I know some people are really extreme one end, or even if they're like in the middle, they're just very connected to that like political identity. Like, personally, I would definitely say that I'm like on the left side, but to be honest, I find politics a bit depressing. Like I find when you read the news and you read about like Brexit and everything that's going on, it's just been dragged out for so long that I find like with everything else going on, it's quite hard to stay engaged. And like I have friends who say about how the world's going to end in 20 years, and I'm like, personally, I just don't want to think about that. Which I also then I feel guilty for not being more involved. Like I did vote in all the elections that I was eligible to vote in, but I don't know. I think it's hard. Like I was sitting on College Green for lunch the other day, and I saw all the school kids doing like the climate protests, and I just thought like that is so like great that they're like putting themselves out there, getting involved in politics at such a young age. But sometimes it feels like you're a bit powerless. Like there's nothing you can do, really. Like you can. Like I've got my own keep cup. Like I recycle. I like do my food waste and all that. But I think it's really easy to feel like out of control of the politics, especially as like there's not very much representation like in politics. Like obviously we've had a female prime minister, but like have you ever had like a BAME prime minister? Like the cabinet is so white middle class, and I think that's just the way it's been for so long, and it's still like that. So it's hard to feel connected to politics.
100%. I think definitely. Like, I mean, politics is depressing at the moment. You know, I mean, with everything going on, and it's like it's just going downhill. So it's very easy to just feel disconnected from everything. And like, does my opinion matter anymore? But I think on the other hand, like, at least in my experience, coming to university, it's more empowering that I do recognise I have more power, more choice. Like you say with like your keep cup and stuff, it is something little, but it's not something I would have done 2-3 years ago. But now I'm at university, now I have that independence, now I have my own voice. It's more something that I can actually start to make a difference.